Hello and welcome to another Orange Coast College mathematics video. In this video, we will learn to graph or plot points in the Cartesian plane, also called the xy plane. The Cartesian plane is a two-dimensional space where the location of a point is given using its position along two coordinate axes. The horizontal axis, also called the x-axis, and a vertical axis, also called the y-axis, usually. They can be renamed depending on the context. Now, the way we locate points is by using the positions of the point along each axis. So the spot where the two axes intersect is called the origin. And then to the right along the x-axis is the positive x-axis. To the left of that would be the negative x-axis. And then above that along the y-axis is the positive y-axis. And below is the negative y-axis. And to locate points, we just call them by two numbers. The first number is where it lies along the x-axis, and the second number is where it lies along the y-axis. And then these axes extend to infinity. It's easier to do this, to show this by looking at some examples. Okay, here's our first example. Let's plot the points with the following coordinates: 1, 2, 0, -6, 4, -1, and -3, -2. So the first one I will plot in red. Okay. So 1, 2 means the position of the point. The 1 means it lies along the x-axis at position 1. So that's right here. So any point along this grid line would have x-coordinate 1. Okay. The second number represents the y-coordinate, and that's where it lies along the y-axis. So any point along here would have y-coordinate 2. So the point with x-coordinate 1 and y-coordinate 2, so x is 1 here, y2 is here, so it would be right here. X is 1 and the y is 2. So it's this spot right here. And so again, I'll write this as 1, 2. Okay. For the next one, 0, -6. Now what this means is, again, the x-coordinate is 0. That means it lies somewhere along the y-axis, because that's where the x-coordinate would be 0, right? Any point along the x-axis, the 0 position would be here. And then the y-coordinate is -6. So that means it lies at -6 on the y-axis. So we are right here, 0, -6. Okay. The next point, 4, -1. So our ordered pair, we call it, is 4, -1. So the x-coordinate is 4, and the y-coordinate is -1. So x position is 4, and the y-coordinate is -1. So that would lie right here. Okay, and for our final one, -3, -2, the x-coordinate is -3. So we go along the x-axis to -3, and the y-coordinate is -2. So we go down 2 units, we end up here. So this is the point -3, -2. And that is plotting points. In our second example, we want to identify the coordinates of all 6 of these points, A, B, C, D, E, and F, and identify the quadrant they lie in. So the Cartesian plane is divided into 4 quadrants. The first quadrant, which we use with Roman numerals, so we denote this by quadrant 1, is where both coordinates are positive. So it's along the positive x-axis and positive y-axis. And then from there, the quadrants go counterclockwise, and we use Roman numerals again. So this is quadrant 2, where the x-coordinate is negative, but the y-coordinate is positive. Quadrant 3, where the x and y coordinates are both negative. And finally, quadrant 4, where the x-coordinate is positive, but the y-coordinate is negative. So let's go through these points fairly quickly here. So the first one, A, its x-coordinate is 3, and its y-coordinate is 5. So it's going to be 3, 5. Remember, it's x, then y. So 3, 5. Okay. B, its x-coordinate, oh, and obviously A is in quadrant 1. B, its x-coordinate is -5, and its y-coordinate is 3. So it's -5, 3. Okay. C is in quadrant 3. B was in quadrant 2. C is in quadrant 3. Its x-coordinate is -3, and its y coordinate is -5. So it's -3, -5. Okay. Now D is in quadrant 4. Its x coordinate is 5. Okay. And its y coordinate is -3. So it's 5, -3. Okay. Now E lies along the x-axis, so it's not in any quadrant. Okay. Now its x-coordinate is 5, but it lies on the y-axis, so it lies on the x-axis, so its y-coordinate is 0, right? Because anything along the y-axis, or the x-axis, sorry, would have y-coordinate 0. So this is 5, 0. And finally, our last point, F, lies along the y-axis, so its x-coordinate is 0, and its y-coordinate is -3. So it's 0, -3. Okay, and again, it lies on the y-axis, so it's not in any of the 4 quadrants. And that's it for plotting points in the Cartesian plane. Now, this is relatively straightforward, but make sure you practice it enough that you can quickly and accurately plot points and identify the coordinates of points. All right, until next time, have fun.